In the past, we've talked a little bit about how gear can improve your character in many ways. We've mainly covered the attributes like firearms, the stamina, and your electronics. But what if I told you that gear has a lot more going for it than just that? More often than not, you will see that especially the higher rarity gear pieces will have a lot of other bonuses. And besides that, every gear piece also has an armor rating, which is not the same thing as your health, by the way. So today, we're taking a good look at all the gear in the Division and how it all works. Let's go. Gear in this game is one of the most important things because it allows you to modify the statistics of your character like nothing else. It comes in 6 different categories. You have body armor, gas mask, knee pads, backpacks, you have gloves, and you have holsters. And much like all the weapons in the game, the gear pieces also come in different levels and in different rarities. A good rule of the thumb would be that the higher the level and the rarity of the gear, the better the bonuses. But even when you have a few of the exact same gear pieces, there will still be a big degree of randomness to them. Take for example these 4 body armor pieces. They are all heavy duty vests, they are all level 8, and they also all have a specialized rarity. That being said though, they really couldn't be much more different. The first 2, they give you more firearm points, the one under that gives you more stamina points, and the last one gives you more electronics points. Now, I've talked about these attributes a little bit in the past, but I'm just gonna recap it real quick for those who missed that video. Basically, each firearm point will increase your damage by 1%, each stamina point will increase your health by 30, and then each electronics point will increase your skill power by 10. Now, which of these bonuses you actually get with each gear piece, that is completely random. So, if you're looking to spec, say, all damage or all skill power, you will either have to play long enough to find the right items, or you will just have to get lucky. But enough about the attribute bonuses, let's look at the armor. You see, besides your firearms, your stamina, and your electronics, each player has a lot more, but less important statistics to keep track of. 50 in total to be exact, and they can all be seen in the character tab in your inventory menu. A few examples are bonus damage for specific weapon classes, extra damage or protection from elites, and, of course, armor. Now, higher level and rarity gear usually means that you will get more armor points, and more armor points usually means that more damage will be mitigated. How armor works exactly, however, that's pretty hard to tell, because if you take a look at this graph, you will see that as you get more armor, you will indeed start to mitigate more damage, but the line is not a straight line, or a nice curve if the law of diminishing returns was in place here. So I got a little bit confused and I asked the help of one of my followers who goes by the name as Dr. Petter. He has done some testing for himself as well, and his results were very similar. It was all over the place actually. The total damage mitigation seems to be very unreliable and you can't really calculate it. Now the reason for this might be that we were testing the beta and that there's still some bugs in the code for the game. I mean, if you add up all of these numbers of all these armor pieces, you will see that the total armor rating should be 224, but the result that the game gives you is 225. Another example is here, where the total numbers should add up a total of 229, but the result that the game gives you is 228. What is even weirder is that in this case, 225 armor points give you a higher damage mitigation than 228 armor points. So either there is some hidden factor that determines how much damage is actually mitigated, or somebody is gonna have to fix some bugs. And that is everything about the armor rating, which leaves us with the last part of the video. And that is the other random bonuses that almost every gear piece comes with as well. As I mentioned earlier in this video, each character has 50 statistics. We've talked about a few of the most important ones now, but there's still a lot of them left. All of these other statistics, they can be increased through these other little bonuses that each gear piece comes with. And how many of these smaller bonuses a gear piece has, that is completely dependent on the rarity of the item. For example, worn gear will never give you any bonuses, but as you get standard gear, specialized gear, and superior gear, you will see that the higher the rarity, the more of these extra bonuses an item will have. Now, it's a little more complicated than that, because each gear type has their own set of rules when it comes down to these extra bonuses. If we, for example, take a look at the body armor, you will see that standard rarity body armor will always give you 1 extra bonus. And then the specialized body armor will always give you 3 bonuses, and the superior body armor will always give you 4. But then when looking at another category, for example the masks or the gloves, you will see that the specialized masks and the specialized gloves, they only have 2 bonuses instead of those 3, so the way that they scale up is different. The holsters, they are even weirder. Holsters can actually swap out these smaller bonuses for an extra attribute boost. That is why almost all of the standard rarity holsters have 0 extra bonuses instead of 1, but boost your character in 2 different attributes. This effect gets even bigger with the higher rarity holsters, since they can in very rare cases swap out 2 of these bonuses to boost your character in all of the attributes. Now, one last thing I want to add about these extra bonuses for your character is that each gear type will always only boost your character in a few specific ways. Take, for example, the body armor again, and you will see that it mostly gives you extra damage resilience, extra ammo capacity, or extra experience for getting kills. But then, on the other hand, the gloves will primarily focus on giving you a higher critical hit chance, or boosting your weapon damage. And then the backpacks, they will give you a higher item capacity, a higher ammo capacity, or protection from a whole lot of other things. It's different for every category. Now, you might have also noticed while playing that in some cases, the higher tiered items also come with 1 or more empty mod slots. Mods can basically increase the boosts and extra bonuses even further. In this case, the improved electronics mod will add another 39 electronics points and 1% blind death resistance to any gear piece that you equip it to. And I guess that pretty much wraps up this video. Now, if you still don't quite understand something about the gear, don't be afraid to ask it in the comment section down below. Anyway, as always, I really hope you enjoyed and I will see you guys later. Or like they say, in the Netherlands. Zie je later!